Dun-dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. 5 viewers, not too bad. Well, I'm gonna try to hack the system here. Since I have 5 viewers, I'm going to stream for 30 minutes and then I'll start the stream over, right? That way, if 3 viewers divided by 1 hour is an average of 3 viewers, 3 viewers divided by half an hour will be an average of 6 viewers. I know that sounds crazy, but hopefully the math works like that, right? Um, and then, like I said, I hope it works like that. I hope you don't have to stream for too long. I have to look up the official rules, but I only know the math part of it. Um, and so we'll go from there, I guess, right? Um, Gotta get to that island somehow. If there's, I don't think so. There's no loose zonite parts here. Well, how about we get a wing and then get a cart, a steering stick. Then I can auto build something. Oh snap. This low gravity is making it easy. So I'll do 30 minutes and then start the stream over. But it has to be an average of 3 viewers over a span of 4 days. Oh, I see. It's pretty tough. Was she supposed to do that, or did everybody do it, or how was that supposed to work? So many things in the depths that I have not found yet. So much to do in this game. So many collectibles. See, um, I'm taking there's some conflict there or something. That sounds like it could be pretty rough. I see. That's it's insane, man. Just hearing something like that. Understood. Well, that's good that you were able to do that, man. It's unfortunate that they that they would do that to you like that. That's tough. I'm happy though you understood. So your dad gave you the house. How did that make them feel? Were they kind of mad at that? Understood. What's up, Fire Dragon from YouTube? How you doing, bud? Zelda nice. Yes. Well, I see there's a little bit of conflict there, huh? Hate to renovate it. I guess that makes a lot of sense. It's only fair, right? I'm doing good, Fire Dragon. Just playing a little bit of Zelda tonight. Everything fell apart. Understood. Yeah, I can see, when something like that takes place, it could take a toll, definitely. I definitely understand. Um, that's tough, man. That is very tough. See, yeah, I mean, I would definitely get that headstone, man. Especially if it's on your heart to do it. Um, you know, what's my favorite Zelda game? Favorite Zelda game is Majora's Mask, Fire Dragon. Good question. Ooh, understood, Joseph. I definitely will. Yo, bro. What's up, T-Bone? Hey, guys on YouTube. I'm trying to get lots of viewers on my Twitch so that I can become an affiliate. Would you guys mind going to my Twitch and watching it for about 30 minutes? If you're gonna watch from YouTube, I would be highly pleased if you can watch from from Twitch instead. You play Breath of the Wild? Yeah, I just recently replayed Breath of the Wild on Master Mode. Fun game. Joseph, I definitely understand. I would definitely keep that in mind and take it to heart. 100%. I have 5 other siblings, but we've been in talks and everything. Thanks, Fire Dragon. You could also go to twitch.com if you don't have time to download it. Either one. Awesome sauce. You get along with siblings? I try to because the only reason is I mean, we've like normal siblings, we kind of fought growing up, fought each other and stuff. And then we also recently, kind of were all in cahoots and fighting and stuff. But something I realized is that we're not gonna live forever, and every second we spend hating each other or being extremely bitter toward each other, in the long run, it's not gonna really help anything or be ideal. Um, I try to live as Jesus did and do what Jesus says in the Bible. You know, uh, just love people as much as you can. Um, Forgive them if they hurt you, but also, guard your heart from any further pain. You want to guard your heart because everything you do flows from your heart. That's what the scriptures say. So you can forgive people, but you don't have to, especially if they continue to hurt you, you don't have to always be around them. Like you're saying, yeah, boundaries. Um, Thank you, T-Bone. So, you have to be wise about your relationships, but you know, if if possible, love and forgive as much as possible. Yeah, as much as it depends on you, live at peace with everyone. That's a good one. Love like you've never been hurt before. Yeah, definitely. But be careful for the ones that continue to cause you pain consistently, with no remorse to it. Be very careful about that, man. It's okay not to have people in your life if they're continuing to cause pain or hurt or heartache. That's 100% okay. Gotta gotta protect yourself from that. But with family, well, at least with my siblings, we fought like normal siblings would, and then we would later just forget about it because even recently we had some very, very vicious fights. But I kind of let that roll off my shoulders because can't really be there for the people you love if it's all if you know if it's so much strife, stuff like that. So if you have to, like for example, if I'm fighting with like my sister and stuff, I wouldn't want that to affect my relationship with like my mom and dad and stuff. So, that's just something I would talk to the family about. Best thing to do is pray. Definitely pray, because um, definitely keep God first and pray, because God can change situations like you'd never believe. The person who you thought would hold a grudge for years, they might come to you and say, you know what, man, I've been thinking all this fighting is not really profitable. They might say something like that, and you'll be like shocked out of your mind. Like, where did that come from? Because, God's the one who changes hearts. Um, and so definitely pray, um, ask the Lord, tell a trusted person in your life. Thank you, T-Bone. I appreciate it, buddy. Mine are so immature. I see. Yeah, I mean, things like that, you really have to, you know, you really have to sit and think, think that things like that will really hurt. And I definitely understand. Um, so like, what do you mean by like, they didn't let you see your dad? What happened? What happened there? If you don't mind me asking. How long have you been doing YouTube for? Uh, for about a half a year, 6 months. But I just started like, well, I've been had my YouTube account, but I just started streaming and trying to build it into what I want it to be. I see. Yeah, that's no good. It's actually pretty bad. And yeah, I definitely understand. One, I'm happy that you were able to secure the house since your dad did leave it to you. So that's very honorable that I see. And so you've been doing YouTube for 4 years, Dragon? Dang, that's good, man. Congrats. I've just been doing it for a little while. Um, that's pretty bad, Joseph. So I'm wondering like, what did you do? Like, is there any way you could have what did you what was your dad thinking about this? Did he even know what was going on? I'm doing a good job. Thank you, Fire Dragon. I appreciate it. I'm a little curious about that. What did your dad think about this? Oh no, fire! I was talking to Joseph. He's on Twitch right now. Not in this right mind. Understood. Understood. Well, there's some messed up things going on. Well, that shouldn't have happened. So there was just a lot of confusion then. Understood. Yeah, with something like that, you know, I think that you didn't do anything wrong in regards to keeping it, what your father gave you. Um, there's definitely nothing wrong with that, and you know, understood. Yeah, that's really messed up, man. That's huh. That's a lot to unpack. A whole lot to unpack here. Yeah, yeah, no, you're right. That's a lot. A lot, man. Sorry that that happened to you like that, man. Understood, understood. Happy things have healed for you. Um, Going through something that tough. Yeah, man, I'm happy things have healed for you. Um, that's definitely definitely a tough place to be. Yeah, you know, I'm happy that you were able to fight for what was yours. Happy you were able to do that. Um, Sometimes you gotta fight, especially in circumstances like this, you know? That's good, man. That's really good. Yeah, no, you're right, man. It's definitely not always just like be passive and let things happen. You gotta fight sometimes. Think about David, little shepherd boy. He didn't let Goliath take over and destroy his people. He fought. So, yeah, no, you're right. Gotta fight. But welcome back, Fire Dragon. Good to see you. Looks like I got all the old maps. Only thing left is 2 Sage Wheels. There's one Sage's Wheel right here. That's good, man. I'm happy you were able to do that. And, like I said, sorry that, things have been kind of reckless. So it looks like I'll be able to get all the old maps and all of the Sage's Wheels. I thought I was gonna run out of supplies to fly and so night devices, but turns out I'm good. Yeah, appreciate. Yeah, definitely learn. Definitely, man. Like I said, I'm happy things turned out well for you. Are you gonna do the Koroks? Oh shoot. I would. I'll be honest with you. I haven't even finished the Koroks on Breath of the Wild yet. I only have about 400 out of the 900. And in this game, there's 1,000, although some of those Koroks come in pairs. Like the traveling buddy Koroks. You get two seeds for those. So it's not nearly as bad. But yeah, like you're saying, the map is way too big and it's dark in here. Map is way too big and it's super tedious. Oh snap. There's the light. Let me ascend out of here. In Breath of the Wild, you had to do like one at a time, search the whole map. But in in this one, you have some Koroks are like buddy traveling Koroks where you get two seeds at a time, and then there's other Koroks like this one over here that I just found a while ago. And he's like a single seed. So in this game, it's probably a little easier to find the Koroks. I feel like most things in this game are a little easier. But that's because there's more quality of life updates in this one. What made you start YouTube? Well, Fire Dragon. I I really started on TikTok and YouTube and Twitch at the same time. And my initial goal was to multi-stream to see, to try to get people, supporters from like wherever they are. Some people love YouTube more, some people love TikTok more, some people prefer Twitch. I'm even streaming on Kick too, although Kick is a little less active than the other three. So my goal was, yeah, I can stream and post on one platform, but people enjoy different platforms. So I said, hey, why not? Pages will. I said, hey, why not do, all three or all four? And so I started to look up on how I could stream to several platforms at once. It's not extremely common, surprisingly. I think because it's so difficult to do. um, but I found several different solutions for it. You can do, you can do literally open up every streaming platform and press play if you want to. But then you'll need a camera for each one, right? So that's out of the question. And then I looked up programs and they were like, oh, you can use OBS Studios, you can use this, you can use that. And so first I started with OBS, and then OBS, while it's useful, OBS Studios, it's very not beginner friendly. So you have to look up everything yourself. But I used it for a while. I learned, because I was something that I wanted to do. So I learned, and then I started to multi-stream. At first, I didn't get many people to chat with me or to talk with me. But eventually people started to say, hello, hi, how are you doing? And then from there, I've been enjoying it, man. And that's the biggest thing. You gotta enjoy it, or you're gonna eventually just not do it anymore. How long have I been a full-time streamer? I wouldn't consider myself full-time, only because, full-time to me is 8 hours a day. And I'm not doing 8 hours a day at the moment. Um, but I do stream occasionally. Um, I started streaming like the same day or so. Um, yeah, exactly. I started streaming the day after, like the day of. Yeah, I think it was the day of. I started streaming the day of the Switch 2's release because I remember I had my Switch 1 for the longest and I did not stream on it. But when I got the Switch 2, I wanted to start streaming, and I told myself I would get every Switch 2 game and I'm gonna stream it so people can see me play it first. That's what I told myself. I wanted to play all the new games first before anybody. Yeah. But I you know, I've given up on that since then, and I started to just focus on games that I really like. You can't remember what game you're playing. Yeah, it's most likely a Zelda game. I will tell you, the first game that I streamed was The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker, because it had just come out on the GameCube on Nintendo Online. The GameCube can only be played on the Switch too. So it could only be when I played it, you know, it was like it was new. It was like something nobody could do yet. And plus I love Zelda, so it kind of worked out for me. Huh. This is odd. How do I open this? Oh, I need light. Yeah, I can use a dazzle fruit. Dazzle fruit make light, right? Yeah, so I played Wind Waker. That was the first Zelda game I've streamed. And then since then I said I'm gonna play all the Zeldas on stream. That was my goal. And it kind of worked out for me because not enough light. How can we get light down here? And then hmm, that thing lights up. This ain't making much sense to me. Maybe if I shoot one with a Lionel bolt? Hmm. Has to be a solution. So you know, The Wind Waker was the first game I played, and then after that, I wanted to play all the Zelda games on stream, and so um, the mirror might work, but and I saw one laying around. I also have a few myself. Oh, what about this? Darn, I forgot all these Zonai devices. Okay, I have an idea. The mirror will work if I needed to reflect light, but hmm. I don't know why isn't this working? Hmm. Interesting. But yeah, I played Wind Waker first, and then um, from there, I yeah. And then from there, I just started to play all the Zeldas. After that, I think I played the classic Ocarina of Time. Then, why isn't this thing reflecting light? Just so odd. Am I missing something here? I think I have a little bit of an idea. I hope this works. Maybe if I slow time down and then shoot constant bedazzles at it, dazzling fruit with 3 arrows each. Still nothing. Ooh, now we're working. Hey, hey. Oh, what the heck? Was that the moon? Maybe I have to wait for a certain time of day. It has to be moonlight. Or am I wrong here? There we go. Oops. Or maybe sunlight? Because it's almost daytime. Why did it disappear? Good question. I have no idea what's going on. I'm assuming this mirror only works from sunlight. We gotta get this thing out of the way. You live tomorrow? Yeah, I usually go live every day unless I'm super busy or if I need to do something. So it is sunlight, but maybe I'll get another mirror or something. I guess the mirror only works with sunlight. Kind of lame. Oh my gosh. Finally got it. Whew. That's the last Sage's will. Thank you. Good game, good game. Absolutely good game. Hmm. All right, so starting tomorrow, I'm gonna have my Twitch logged in, and then I'll have some of my try to get some of my devices open to Twitch so that I can become an affiliate. What's up, Pokemon Kids? Good to see you, man. Yeah. And then hopefully we have some people coming through. Then I'll go live for 30 minutes on Twitch. Hopefully that counts. Awesome. So there's nothing else that Zelda Notes is telling me about the sky. But there's something. There's lots of Yiga schematics that I need to collect from the depths. Wow, I'll be in the depths for a long time. There's a lot down there. Sounds good. Whenever you decide to stop. Clarity, what are you talking about? So apparently there's a schema stone like right here. I need to go to the Great Plateau to find it. Yeah, and don't forget it, for the next um 3 or 4 days, I'll be getting that boost from TikTok. So if you can come around 7:30 Mountain Time, whatever time that is for you, you'll get to see it. It's really cool. And now it's 3:24 a.m. I don't know why I'm staying up so long, but thankfully it's the weekend. Ah, the Great Plateau. This is where it all started in Breath of the Wild. Hour behind. I see. So for you, it'll be 8:30. Yeah, Fire Dragon. So apparently they're telling me there's a schematic here. Is it underground? Yeah, even if you can't stay long, I wanted you to see it, and then maybe if you're free later that day, you could come back. It's 2:24 for you, Fire Dragon. Let's see. So that means for you at 6:30, if you if you come to my live, you'll see lots of people join. For me, it's 7:30. For Joseph, it's 8:30. So very interesting. We're not too far apart. There's a cave entrance around this way, and then there's a what is this thing called? Schema stone in that cave. Oh, this is Shrine of Resurrection. Bro, this is where Link woke up in Breath of the Wild. Why have I never been to this place? Insane. Hey, stop moving. Oh my gosh. I've never stepped foot in this place before. In this game, at least. Why does it look like it's Yiga infested? I guess that's why. The noble swordsman scrounging for scraps? You fell for the oldest trick in the book. You stumbled into our secret storehouse for treasures from the depths. Now that you've seen it, I can't let you live. This is from Master Koga. Zelda's peaceful. Yeah. So, in Tears of the Kingdom, the Yiga clan took over the Shrine of Resurrection. So bad. Let's activate this thing. Authorize or verify. Thank you for driving away the intruders. Those interlopers carried me here with them from the depths. I have no way of returning to where I was stationed there. I will therefore continue to work here. My task in the depths was to manage schema stones. A great deal of zonite was mined and processed there once. Nice stream, dude. Thank you, Joash. Please hold on one moment. Confirm there is a schema stone you do not have yet. Allow me to rectify that. Beam cycle. Awesome. So I think I have all the schema stones now. Alright, well. Shrine of Resurrection is... It's looking a little different, but... There's no more... Do... Joash. So weird that they took over this place. Alright, well. Genshin versus Breath of the Wild. Well, I've never played Genshin, although I've heard good things about it. Just never played it. So, although I'm currently playing Tears of the Kingdom, I mean, of course I'd have to choose Breath of the Wild because I've never played Genshin. Do you guys remember this part of the game where when Link walks out of the Shrine of Resurrection and then in the beginning of Breath of the Wild he runs up and then the title screen shows and then he takes a look over the ledge here and then the title screen is like Breath of the Wild. Yeah. I still remember that. This place is nostalgic. This is where we first met the old man, which, you know, we know is the king of Hyrule now. And then in the beginning of Breath of the Wild, you go to this part, and then he's like He has a fire here. You pick up an axe. Then you walk, walk, walk. And he's like, well, check out the Temple of Time over there. And then you do it. You're fighting off bokoblins and stuff. That's crazy. And then there was a goddess statue. Huh. Temple of Time ruins. Looks like the statue's still there. Yeah. Well, guys, I'm kind of tired. I'm gonna go turn these sages' wheels in, and then I'll continue doing some cool stuff tomorrow, guys. Let me head to Link's house. I can't wait to go to the depths to use those old maps and find all the cool items. I just know I'm missing so much, but now I'll be able to find it all, get some even more cool items. Yeah, people always say that, like, Breath of the Wild had Tears of the Kingdom, they have lots of quality of life improvements, like the special abilities between the certain weapons of the tribes, like the Zora weapons, they get double the strength when they're wet, or the Garuda weapons, they double the strength when you fuse, um, etc., so forth and so on. Also, the fusibility in itself is a step up. Just so much greatness that came from Tears of the Kingdom. So many improvements. But people say that Breath of the Wild story is untouched, it's unmatched. And it is a great story. But the improvements that they gave to Tears of the Kingdom, it makes the game easier because you have so much more at your disposal. But this is my house, guys. I put all my good weapons on display at the bottom. The Sage / Champion weapon, Scimitar of the Seven, Lightscale Trident, Boulder Breaker. You know who these belong to, I'm sure you do. Great Eagle Bow. Rivali and Tulin use this one. You're right about that. The Daybreaker, Urbosa, and Riju, they use this connected to their Scimitar of the Seven right here. And these are special items I got from the depths. The Dust Claymore from Twilight Princess. The White Sword of the Sky, also known as the Goddess Sword from Skyward Sword. And the Sea Breeze Boomerang from Wind Waker. But there's so many more secrets and cool weapons hiding in the depths, guys. I can't wait to go find those. Obviously, here are my shields. The bottom floor is the museum. Top floor is my efficiency floor. Got a statue. Got a bed to heal. Got a stove to cook elixirs and the foods. Got a picture of my best friend, Sidon, and his wife. But I'm gonna go ahead and give these sages wheels over. Yeah, I mean, you can make your house any way you want. Thank you. I only have 8 left. 4 for Riju, 4 for Minoru. The sage's wills will make the sage's power stronger as they follow you around and stuff. So now I've completed it. Quest done. Um, but yeah, I like the house, but that's why I want to explore the depths some more because I just know I just know there's some other cool weapons down there and other cool items and stuff that I might want to put on display. Like I basically used the max amount of rooms for my house because I wanted to put everything on display, but I don't have enough rooms. You can only put a total of 15 rooms, and I ran out of space, so I just left the middle totally empty, and I just kind of connected the outside. So this is all grass from outside. Instead of having a floor like the second floor being closed off, kind of was smart about it, and I just only connected it by the side of it. If I put anything here, it would have took up some space, and I would not have been able to get all the rooms I wanted in. Even this staircase counts as a room. This little living room thing is a room. And so you have to strategically lay everything out. But there's so many other ways you can lay out your house. This is just the way I wanted to lay mine out. Well, I also wanted to show you guys the Bigoron sword from Ocarina of Time. I know you guys remember the Bigoron sword. So they pay homage to so many different Zelda games. So I really respect Tears of the Kingdom for this. The only reason my Bigoron sword is not on display is because I have no room for it. I'm going to have to remove something for it. And I want the champion weapons / sage weapons on display. I don't want to move those. But I might replace one of these soon to put another weapon. Where do you get it? Any special item like this from past Zelda games, it's always in the depths. Any special item or, you know, unique clothing item, like all those tunics from the past games, all this is in the depths. And those old maps show you exactly where to get them. So I got all the old maps, so all I have to do is follow the old maps to these yellow X's, then I should get something pretty unique. So I'm excited. I'll be spending a lot of time in the depths soon because everything I need is down there. So I'm pretty happy about that. But you know, I have the big Rosso, but it's not as cool as it was in Ocarina of Time, but I do respect them a lot for having it in the game. I respect them a lot for having it in the game there. But let's see if I can pull one of these swords off the pedestal just for a little while. At least have it broke. Yeah, exactly. So if I get the white sword of the sky, I know you remember me playing Skyward Sword a while back. The white sword of the sky, as you know, was the sword that Link got before he purified it and it became the Master Sword. It's so cool that they have it in the game though. Like it's insanely cool. And then we have the Dusk Claymore, right? This is one that you're gonna see soon, as soon as I start to play Twilight Princess. Ganondorf eventually began to use this one, but I think the Twilight Guardian stabbed him with it. I forgot the exact sequence of how that happened, but if you look at Ganondorf in Twilight Princess, he has like a stab mark, and that's from this sword. And this is the Sea Breeze Boomerang. This is the exact boomerang Link used in Wind Waker. The exact boomerang. So, super cool. Was I able to find a copy? Yeah, I was able to find I I can easily get Twilight Princess. The cheapest one will be for the Wii. The GameCube ones are relatively more expensive. Um, so that's the only thing about those. But I can get it. The only thing is I was waiting to see if they were going to release it for the Switch or put it on the Switch somehow, whether they release it as a physical game or if they put it on Nintendo Online. I was waiting to see. I don't know. You know, it's yeah, GameCube games are super premium. It's because most of them can't really be played without, you know, doing it that illegal way. So it's really hard to play a lot of GameCube games. But Nintendo Online has GameCube, but this is only for Switch 2. If you have a Switch 1, you can't do GameCube, but you can do all the other systems, so. But even GameCube, um, the pickings are um, pretty minimal here. Pickings are slim. They gave us Fire Emblem. This is the newest release. Path of Radiance. For some reason, there's always an American version and a European version. Not sure why they do that, but whatever, right? And then Wario World just recently came out. It's kind of in order for when they came out. So Fire Emblem and then Wario World. We just mentioned TV Robo, Mario, Super Mario Strikers, F Zero, and then I played Wind Waker. Um, because Wind Waker was released on day one, and Soul Calibur 2. Um, Soul Calibur 2 was released on the GameCube, Xbox, and PlayStation, and each one had a special character based on what system it was released on. The GameCube version had Link in it, so I think that's why they allowed it. But yeah, that's GameCube. That's GameCube for you. But yeah, man. But I'm gonna go ahead and hit the hay here. A little sleepy, and we'll be gaming tomorrow. Thanks for all your assistance with Twitch, man, and hoping I hit affiliate soon. Uh, I'll see you later, okay? Appreciate it so much, Joseph. I'll be praying for you and you know your immediate family and then your extended family too, my friend. Have a good night.